Nice to see you all. And I wish we could see each other face to face. Though this meeting through this video also gives me a lot of happiness to see you all back. And I really like when you all comment on the video. So I want you all to watch the video and do comment and like the video. Now before starting with the class, let's see the thought for the day. And the thought for the day is, a smooth sea never made skilled sailor. Now when I say this thought, what comes to your mind? Have you all seen ocean, sea? Or for that matter, have you all seen a river? When it is flowing smoothly, how does it look? Everything is perfectly fine. No disturbance at all. Right? But if there is no disturbance at all, that means we are not learning anything. Okay? So, if you go boating in a smooth sea, what are you learning? Nothing. You're just sailing with the smooth flow. No hardships, no difficulties to face. And if no hardships, no difficulties to face, there will be no learning. So in order to have learnings in our lives, we need to have these difficulties, these hardships in our lives. Because if these things are present in our life, they motivate us to come out of them. And when we are coming out of them, we are surely getting one or the other lesson. So this is what the thought for the day means. That if you are sailing on a smooth sea, you are not getting trained, you are not getting skilled enough. So try to connect it with your lives. If there are no difficulties, no hardships in our lives, we are not learning anything. In today's class, we are going to discuss the question and answers of the chapter, The Enemy. Right? So let's start with the first question that says, there are moments in life when we have to make hard choices between our roles as private individuals and as citizens with a sense of national loyalty. Discuss with reference to the story you have just read. So, I hope you all remember the story. You should remember. If not, kindly read your lessons back and re-watch the video. Right? Everything you'll be able to recollect again. Now, what was the story all about? The story was all about the American prisoner. Where does he come? He comes on the shore just near to the house of Dr. Sadao. Now, Dr. Sadao is very loyal to his country, is very faithful, very patriotic. But then what happens? He is also a doctor by profession. So there is a conflict of interest. Right? He is facing a dilemma. But the doctor in him, he doesn't allow that somebody would be dying in front of his eyes. Okay? And that's the reason why he tries to save the enemy. He takes him to his house, he operates him and takes care of him. So all this shows us that as a doctor, as his profession, he is behaving according to that. Though he doesn't have any liking towards that man, he really hates him because he is his enemy. He is the enemy of his country. but still he treats him. That shows us that humanity knows no boundaries. Right? Your caste, religion, country, color, all those things are not known to humanity. Humanity only knows about the taking care of a person, nurturing a person during their hard time. So this is what all you are supposed to write in your first answer. Now next question. Dr. Sadao was compelled by his duty as a doctor to help the enemy soldier. What made Hana, his wife, sympathetic to him in the face of open defiance from the domestic staff? Now we had seen that Dr. Sadao was compelled, he was forced due to his job profile. He was a doctor, he could not let a patient die in front of him before giving a try to save his life. But Hana, we had seen throughout the story that Hana really hated this man, the prisoner, the enemy, but she had been continuously helping Sadao. She helped Sadao to bring the patient in her house. Before that, on the beach, on the shore, when they were facing a dilemma what to do with this enemy, they thought that they should throw the prisoner back into the sea. But Hana says, I am not able to do it. Right? She refuses to do it. And then the enemy is brought into the house. She gives her one of the best, finest quilt and also gives him a bath. When the maid, that is Yummy, refuses to give a bath to the prisoner. So she does that also. She gets the prisoner cleaned. She helps Sadao in the time when he is operating the patient. Right? She helps him. After that, she takes care of this patient, and when this man regains his consciousness, he is scared to find himself in a Japanese home. Then Hana tries to comfort him. She tries to reassure him that he is safe at that place. And you see, when Hana's servants left their house, at that time also she maintained her self-respect, her dignity, and she did not stop the servants from going. Maybe saying that, okay, you people stay, we will hand over this prisoner, this enemy to the police, or we will kill him, whatever ways. But she did not do that, right? She kept her pride and her self-respect. And all these things, she had been there with Dr. Sadao in everything, and she was not able to pose any danger or hand over the man to police. So this is what all it is. And why all these things happen? Because she is also a good human at heart. She also possesses the same quality as Dr. Sadao, and that is humanity. Love, care, sympathy. Though she did not like this prisoner as an American, but as a patient, as a man in need, she tried all from her side to provide care and be good towards this man. So that's all what you are going to write for the second question. Answer. Now next. How would you explain the reluctance of the soldier to leave the shelter of the doctor's home, even when he knew he couldn't stay there without risk to doctor and himself? So now what is the question asking? The question is asking the reluctance of the soldier to leave the shelter. Reluctance, not willing. Now as this soldier, he belonged to American Navy. His uniform had told us about this, that he is serving in an American Navy. And when he was found by Dr. Sadao and Hana, he was wounded by a bullet. He was shot by a bullet. So these people, they treated him, Dr. Sadao operated on him, and now he is getting better and better. But he is scared. He is scared that if he moves out of this house, he might get caught and they will again kill him. And we had seen this man is a young boy. Right? He is just 17 years old. So obviously it is very natural for him to be scared. But whatever he had been doing for his country. He had been fighting. But at heart he is scared of getting caught and getting putting to death. He thanks Sadao for saving his life, which Sadao does not really accept that gratefulness. Okay. Sadao, we had seen that he did not like the man, he did not accept his thanks, but when he says that there is some pain, again that doctor overtakes him. The instinct of that doctor overtakes him and he is again bothered about his patient. He starts questioning about all the things, about the pain and all. And then for a moment we see Sadao gets carried away with the general, his plan. He becomes a part of his plan that okay, we will be sending an assassin to kill the enemy. But then he does not wait for the assassins to come. Rather after 2 or 3 days, and in these 2-3 days he is very disturbed with the thought of getting killed the enemy. Then he thinks that it is better to send this enemy away safe so that his life is safe. But the boy, that is Tom, he doesn't want to leave the place because he is scared if he is caught he will be dead. So just in order to save his life, he wants to be there because he feels safe. He feels protected at their place in this Japanese country. And then he feels that he had never seen any Japanese so good. Right? Never he had come across such a good Japanese person, he says, and again he thanks to him. So now what has happened? This man, Tom, he is in love with these Japanese people because they had been helpful to him at the time of crisis, at the time of difficulty. So at this point we see that the hatred which they had towards each other, that had been submerged, that had been lowered a little, and he is out of that feeling of hatred. So all these points you need to include in your answer. Now next, what explains the attitude of the general in the matter of the enemy soldier? Was it human consideration, lack of national loyalty, dereliction of duty, or simply self-absorption? So human consideration, whatever general, the way general behaved, was it human consideration, they say, or it was lack of national loyalty? He was not patriotic, he was not honest towards his country, or it was dereliction from duty, neglecting his duty, or just simply self-absorption, thinking too much about oneself, self-centered, selfish. So yes, when talking about general, we see him as a self-absorbed man. who thinks too much about himself. And while reading the lesson, we had seen this many times. Dr. Sadao was not allowed to go with the troop. Why? Because the general had kept him back with him because he was in need of medication and he thought anytime he would need Dr. Sadao. And since Dr. Sadao was the best surgeon, he did not allow him to go with the troop. So here we see that he is such a self-absorbed man. Then when Dr. Sadao tells him about the enemy at his place, right, what does he do? He does not say, okay, we'll send a police, we'll send a force to catch hold of that man. But he conspires on it, saying that he will send the assassins to murder. Okay? And after that, he forgets about it. Because he is again only thinking about himself, about his health. So he totally forgets about his promise and does not send the assassins for killing the enemy. Later when Dr. Sadao tells him all about the escape, he is trying to cover up himself, he is trying to protect himself, but he is showing that he will be protecting Dr. Sadao. He will be helping Dr. Sadao in saving his life by not telling anybody about the enemy. But in reality, what was it? It was more than Dr. Sadao. The general would have been at fault if the truth would have known by others. So all these things, they show his self-absorption. He is too much considered about himself, he is too much worried about himself, he is very self-centered and very selfish. So this is what you are going to include in your answer. Now the next question. While hatred against a member of the enemy race is justifiable, especially during wartime, what makes a human being rise above narrow prejudices? So now the answer for this question is what? Like if you remember Sadao, in the beginning of the lesson, he had been to America for studies. But he could not find proper place to live. That means he faced racial discrimination. Because he was a Japanese, no American was ready to give him room to live or house to rent. So he had faced racial discrimination, and he had always grown up back in his country, that is Japan. He had grown up to know and learn that Japanese was superior to all. Right? So all these things he had seen, but once when he became the doctor, right? And when he saw the enemy, a wounded enemy, he could not really keep up that hatred, that prejudice in him. Rather, the compassion, the humanity, these two traits, they come out as more superior over the hatred and prejudice. And he helps the wounded man, he takes care of him, he operates him. So all these things, they tell us that human being rise above narrow prejudices. This is an excellent example of it. Okay? Wherein you are not thinking about that the patient is an enemy, he is an American or whatever, but you are only thinking that he is a man. And being a doctor, I should be saving him. So this would be the answer for this question. Now coming to the next question. Do you think the doctor's final solution to the problem was the best possible one in the circumstances? Now what was the final solution? The final solution that Sadao had got was he helped Tom, he helped the American, he helped the enemy in escaping from that place. a good thing. So there can be two possibilities for this answer. You can be either on a positive side or on a negative side. So if you say yes, the solution that he had found out was good, then what will be the things that you'll keep? What will be your points, your views to prove that whatever Sadao had done was correct? So the points you can use is that he was duty bound. He was a doctor, and what was his duty? His duty was to save the lives of people. Isn't it? Second thing, the enemies of war, they are not personal enemies. Now suppose if I am a Japanese and my country is fighting with the Americans, so is it that every American who is living there, do I know them? I don't even know them. So they are only war enemies. Those Americans are not my personal enemies. Clear? So this could be one of the view. The other view can be that Tom was a soldier and he was also doing his duty. Just like my Japanese soldiers might have killed American soldiers, same way Tom as a soldier was also doing his duty. Right? So all these points can prove your viewpoint when you say yes. Now what if some people are of the view that no, the solution which Sadao had got was not appropriate, it was not correct. So then you should have your viewpoints to prove this also correct. That whatever you are saying, your viewpoint is good, that is fine, that is correct. So the points that you can include in that are that duty towards nation is superior to all. I as a doctor is not more important, but I as a citizen of my country is more important. So I should not behave as per my profession but as per my nationality. The other thing is what today Tom is injured, I save him, and tomorrow when he goes back to his country, he'll again start killing my country people. So this can be one point of view, isn't it? And then soldier, saving a soldier can be an offense, enemy soldier. Taking care of an enemy can be a big offense in my country for me. So all these things will put forward your point of view when you say that Sadao was not correct in doing what he did. That is the last solution which he has got. That's all for this answer. Now next question. Does the story remind you of Birth by A.J. Cronin that you read in Snapshots last year? What are the similarities? I hope you all remember. We had done this lesson together, Birth, where the doctor was called. Why? Because a lady was supposed to give birth to a child, and how the lady gives birth to a dead child, and then the hard work that the doctor had to do just because he wanted the child to come back to the life, and we had seen how he had succeeded. So now linking that story with this present, that is the enemy, here we see how Sadao keeps humanity over everything. He doesn't like Americans, he hates them, but now when he sees an injured American, he helps him out. So here for him, his profession, humanity is over everything. He's thinking about human being. He's thinking about the kindness, the quality of kindness that is required at the crucial time. Same way when you see Andrew Mason, that was the doctor in the Birth chapter. How we had seen he had a fight with his girlfriend, And at that point, he was given a call by this husband of the lady. And how this lady was going to give birth to a child after such a long year, after such a long gap. So then what happened? The disappointment that he was facing, he was upset. All these emotions he kept aside, and he started working as a doctor, started working for humanity. So this is how these two stories, they link each other, and this is how they show the similarity. That if you choose a profession, you need to keep your profession at a height above all the other things. Right? Your profession is above all other worldly things. Your enmity, your likings, your dislikings, all these are secondary things. You're only thinking about humanity, about helping human beings. So this is what you're going to write for this answer and how you're going to write it. Now last question, is there any film you have seen or novel you have read with a similar theme? So this is a personal response question which you can do it on your own. Right? So with this we come to an end of this chapter. Maintaining your notebook, you should be writing neatly and clearly in your notebook all the answers to be noted using blue gel pen for answers and black for the questions. Do not use the red margin on the top. Remember to write the date. So all these things you are going to follow when you are maintaining your notebook. So till we meet in our next video with the next lesson, keep learning, keep experiencing. Thank you.